go. So hi, thank you for having me here today, and thanks for inviting us for Bluenote. Everybody, I think, here today is looking for large opportunities and for large challenges, and basically for big business opportunities. As Alex just indicated, I've had my share of those, my share of failures as well. The interesting thing is that though right now we all feel, I think, around the world, except for one president, that the largest challenge the world is facing is in the climate changing and global warming. According to the United Nations, over 1/3 of all CO2 emissions that cause global warming are caused by large commercial buildings. And we feel at Bluenote that we can change this through blockchain. Now this is easy to say, but how are we going to do it? 6 minutes and 17 seconds to go. So the way we are looking at it is based, basically, largely, on this study from Deutsche Bank and Rockefeller from 2012. And if only large commercial buildings in the US reduce their energy spend with 30%, only a 30% energy spend reduction, it unlocks a value of over $250 billion. And globally, it's estimated to be worth over $1 trillion. Now, in crypto, how much is $1 trillion? It's more than the whole entire crypto market today or yesterday, depending on what time you look. It's more than the market cap of Google. And if you don't believe me, Google it. It's all traceable to the sources. How we do this is essentially, as the world, how we can do this, is by increasing building efficiency, because that will increase the net operating income and internal rate of return. And the trick is, obviously, the environmental effect is based on less energy in buildings means less CO2 emissions. That's simple. But if you look at how we get there, it's actually by increasing building efficiency. That's the cheapest form to get to lowering of CO2 emissions. It's not solar panels, it's not wind, it's actually energy efficiency. Double pane windows, optimized fuel storage, all these things that basically make it more efficient to run and operate a building. The reason why it's not being done right now is actually quite tragic, because all the tools and all the technology exists. But there are 3 different actors in this space. Essentially, you have building owners. Think of President Trump. He's not atypical. He's an older gentleman, he's traditional, and he wants return as high as possible in his buildings. Then you have investors. Investors only care about getting a high return with minimum risk. And you have energy companies, they're so bad at sharing information and sharing data that when you travel, you know, the plugs for your phone are bigger than the size of your phone these days. Every country you go to, you need a new plug. In this economy, no one trusts each other. There's no data sharing, and no data sharing and no trust is bad for business. Which is why we're introducing Bluenote, our own token, based on the principle that sharing data and information leads to a better world for everybody. And better world means financially as well as environmentally. The investors basically hold the key in this whole ecosystem. Investors have a fiduciary responsibility to maximize investment returns while minimizing risk. So they have a fiduciary responsibility to buy as much data and information as they can before they buy buildings, or sell buildings, or increase their portfolio. That's the core, and they can do that now through decentralized trusted economics. And the way it works is that we build a reward network. Building owners have the current data from their smart meters, all the systems they have in place right now. They can upload it through the Bluenote protocol into the network and get compensated in tokens. The next step then, step 2, is that the performance has to be verified. It's immutable through the blockchain. Trust is implemented because everyone in the network gets to analyze and verify the data. And when the data is verified, it becomes information. And then you create actionable insights. That's an awful word, actionable insights, but it basically means the applications that Bluenote develops and anyone else can implement on the network actually then create information so that you get a virtuous circle of transactions. Uploading data by building owner gets rewarded in tokens. If he wants to know, usually it's a he, let's take Trump as an example, how is my building doing against the other building? How is my building going against the average? How is my building going against the current climate? Depending on different countries, different climates. You can do so because you have to pay then in tokens as well. So uploading data, you get paid in tokens. Measuring, verifying, benchmarking, you have to pay in tokens. And that's what creates the economy. What you then get is one singular economy with all 3 actors. Energy companies who want to know what energy use is live so they can peak shave and quantify their performance. You get buildings, and you have the investors. The App Store, we don't have enough time to go into this, but basically it means it's open. Anybody can build modules and attributes on the Bluenote network, and in the end, you basically get to this economy again, these terrible three circles, but they measure two different things. One, financial performance, return on investment, in percentage per year, whatever, as traditional, as well as reduction of CO2 emission per invested dollar. How much did you invest and how much did that take CO2 emission out of the air? There's two different effects that this network has. Now the team that's doing all this, Alex was funny, what did I do? Not much. I traveled around, met a lot of people. And I met basically three different kind of people. Technology experts, ex-entrepreneurs and investors, such as myself, but especially real estate experts and energy experts. Combine those, most of them Americans, with a great crypto finance people from Zug, Crypto Valley, that I'm sure you've heard about, the home of Ethereum as well. Those people we've put together, energy experts, real estate experts, technology experts with the crypto experts. They are building Bluenote. And we're very proud to announce today that Alberto Pace, the head of data management for CERN, the home of the World Wide Web, somebody that is responsible for all the data that the particle accelerator generates. If anybody in the world knows how to turn data into information, it's Alberto, and he's joining our advisory board as of today. Right now, the Bluenote private sale has started. We announced it last week in Davos at the World Economic Forum. There's professional investor bonus. If you're interested, register at bluenote.world, the website. Otherwise, email me directly, mfrackers@bluenote.world. And I thank you very much. I want to say there's nothing wrong in making money while saving the planet through crypto. Thank you very much.